All right, guys. My name is Jose Arias, and I'm in the Jefferson City, Missouri store. I doing my 90-second video on the question between iPhone and Android. I did write some things down because I'm very passionate about this. So to start, of course, I will pick iPhone. 100% love iPhone. One of the main things is the hardware. Only Apple makes iPhones, so it's extremely tight control over how the software and the hardware works together. In the meantime, Google offers Android to so many makers that make their phone, like Samsung, HTC, and so the hardware is a big thing in iPhone, completely hands down. For example, if you want to buy an iPhone, all you have to do is just pick the model of it. That's it. With Android, you have to it can get a little bit confusing because you not only have to pick the model, but you have to pick the brand of the phone as well. One big thing also is in the gaming world, the video gaming world. iPhone is dominant in the mobile video game market. It has thousands and thousands of games, and in fact, there's a forecast out there saying that Nintendo and Sony are pairing up with the iPhone for their games. As a matter of fact, I think there's a Mario Kart Run or Mario Run out there from Nintendo in the iPhone already. So also support between iPhone and Android is a huge plus as well. You've never seen an Android store at all, or a Samsung store, or anything like that. In the meantime, we do have our Apple store everywhere. Um, One thing that actually I wanted to bring up, huge thing here, is the security. I did a little bit of research on it because, like I said, I'm very passionate about this. The security on it. There was a study done that 97% of all malwares, viruses, worms, etc., all that junk came from Android. 97%. In that same study, 0% attacked the iPhone because of their constant upgrades and their security, everything. Actually, I read also months ago that the head of Google, the Google Android team, the head of it, he even admitted, he said that they cannot guarantee, and I quote, they cannot guarantee that Android is designed to be a safe phone. He actually admitted that as well. So, I mean, security is a huge thing for me and for millions and millions of customers as well, because they use, their banking information and going on and on. You can talk about apps. I mean, the apps that Android uses, since there's so many makers, the apps also comes from those makers. It's not actually from from Google. So huge thing. I mean, it's huge. And in conclusion, I mean, the iPhone, it's hands down the best. And people just want a phone that works well, it's easy to use. But also, not only that, on everything I mentioned, but also they're passionate on how they look, how they can customize it, avoiding junk apps, like I said earlier. So yeah, at the end, Apple is the way to go.